Hi, my White Light Tribe. So, as I've started this segment of, spiritual discussion, I had released my first video. Now, this is my second one. And today, I'm going to introduce you and have the spiritual discussion and the most informative and enlightening discussion with holistic guru, Dr. Mehta, who's been famous all over the world and he's done a lot of good work. He's not just a holistic guru, he's also a life coach. He's also a yoga master. He's an expert in Ayurveda. And recently he's been talking a lot about, affirmations and Indian affirmations and our Upanishads and so on. Let's see what more information we get from him. And this is going to be a very enlightening one. So don't leave. Just be there and watch the whole video. How are you?
Very well, fine, thank you.
It's so lovely to see you today, and I'm so thankful that you came and you said yes for this podcast that we are having right now.
The first philosophy of life is yes, life affirmation, life affirmative.
Lovely
attitude. Always say yes to life.
Lovely.
Because instead of asking why, I would ask why not.
Wow, that's amazing. So let me start our conversation, as this is a spiritual discussion which I have recently started, for my White Light Tribe, because I love them so much. So I really enjoy, helping them and digging deep in life and talking about a lot of things. So I absolutely enjoy that. So let me just start with something that I always share with my White Light Tribe is, I share a lot of mantras with them. Okay, I ask them to do a lot of japs and chanting and this and that. Also, being a spiritual person, I believe in a lot of meditation. Being in this field, Ayurveda attracted me a lot. I wanted to learn something about it because obviously everything is connected. As you are the guru, I would really like to learn so much from you. So I would like you to put a little light on this.
So Ayurveda is all about science of life, philosophy of life, and which becomes the way of life. The way of life.
The way of life.
And that life is all about aligning yourself, your unit rhythm, aligning and becoming one with the cosmic rhythm. There is a rhythm to life.
True.
Wherever there is matter, there is movement. Where there is movement, there is rhythm. And where there is rhythm, there is flow. So Ayurveda is all about getting synchronized with the rhythm and flow of life. Prava.
Wow.
Okay? And Ayurveda also incorporates the 5 tattvas.
Yes.
Panchamahabhutas.
Yes.
So the essence of the element is more important than the element itself. And Ayurveda respects and regards the regulatory principle of this universe. Now that regulatory principle in many religions we call God.
True.
But God is not a person. It is not an embodiment. Neither it is a human being or a personality. No. God is the epicenter.
Absolutely.
It is the epicenter of it all.
Correct.
Yes. And epitome of it all.
Epitome of it.
And literally, where is the center? It's non-local. You know why? Because this universe doesn't have edges.
Nothing.
It's so open, it's constantly getting inflamed, which means growing.
Growing.
So wherever you are, you shut your eyes, you are in the center of the universe.
Absolutely.
Because ahead of you there is infinity, behind you there is infinity, on the sides there is infinity. So you are the center of your universe. And a Sufi in Siberia could find his center. A farmer in Finland could find his center.
Absolutely.
Okay? Similarly.
Absolutely.
Similarly, somebody in India can find their center.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely. Now, can you put a little light on? See, I always believe, me personally, for me, japa works very well. Doing chanting really works very well. And for me, meditation is not more than 10 minutes. But when I sit to chant, I can sit for more than that. So to each person, you know, it's a different thing. So what would you say?
So japa, tapasya, tapa, these are all parts of doing.
Yeah.
Meditation is not doing.
Not doing. Yeah.
Meditation is being. So it becomes very difficult, exceedingly difficult for people to just be and do nothing.
Do nothing.
Now meditation is an art. खाली पन की कला, खाली रहने की कला, खाली होने की कला.
Correct.
To be and let it be is important.
Yes.
Empty the mind and mind the emptiness. Minding the emptiness is so important. Meditation only happens when your mind is not.
Correct.
So mind is actually a negative phenomenon when we consider spirituality and meditation.
True.
A state of no mind is a positive creative phenomena.
True.
But a state of mind can only be active in the past or future.
Past.
But in the present there is present moment awareness of light with mind completely empty of the clutter, and when the clutter is empty, creativity and consciousness is high and filled with it.
True.
So, as much you know that, okay, this japa, I love it,
Yes.
and you're processing it, metabolizing it, and you start. There will sometime come a time when you'll become mechanical.
Correct.
And then it's not working.
Then it's not working.
But if each japa, Om Namah Shivaya, when you do this, space it out. Again after, Om Namah Shivaya. See the space?
Yes.
The space is the creative phenomena, Akasha.
Akasha.
The essence of Akasha, the emptiness. It is in the space all the realization happens.
Beautiful.
So, meditation, if you learn and to remain silent, you learn to observe. You become a drashta. You become a watcher. And in that watching is the transformation.
True.
The whole eternal dance, atomic dance of Shiva's Tandav can be realized only in watching,
Watching.
not
True.
judging.
Not judging.
So
True
meditation is listening, watching without getting attached or aligned. Japa, tapa has a focus, has a concentration, has a sadhana. ध्यान इस पे साधो, ध्यान उस पे साधो.
Correct.
मगर ध्यान अपने आप में सिर्फ ध्यान है.
ध्यान. ये बहुत बहुत सही कहा आपने. Very very true. Because I've seen nowadays people are just running out. They don't want to go internally and, you know, sit within themselves. I feel people are always rushing out. Even if they have some time free, they will want to do something else. They will not sit down and, you know, be within themselves and check like what I really need to do or what I really need to be.
So, ध्यान अपने आप में केंद्रित होने की कला है. How to center yourself. उपवासना की कला है. ऊपर वाले की वासना.
Exactly.
तो उपवासना is nothing but being empty, not just mentally, but being empty physically to begin with. So no food. The more you have no food inside, less agitated and less thoughts you will have.
So true actually. We have been eating so much of junk nowadays, you know,
Yeah.
that creates a havoc in our mind and body. That's what I feel.
Any food, even if you're having sattva, sattvic food, you're having farar, which is fasting food.
Fasting.
Till the time there is some food in your stomach, the meditation will never be 100%.
True.
Because your body is processing that food.
Correct.
Now, while the body's physiology, biology is processing that food, there is activity happening inside, although silent and invisible. So, ध्यान की प्रक्रिया इतनी गहरी नहीं होगी. So, you have to be so calm, so collected, so still, so integrated. It can only happen when you do upavas.
Upvas.
उपवास करोगे तो ऊपर वाले की वासना जागेगी.
So can I ask you a little, like, what you can share something about upvas with my tribe, like how to go about it?
So उपवास में क्या है? खाली होने की कला. Keeping your body empty.
Correct.
Keeping your mind empty.
Correct.
Clean. Allowing it to get purified. There is nothing you can do to purify it. It is a state of being. जैसे दही को जमाने के लिए अपने को कोई जतन नहीं करनी पड़ती ना.
Correct.
Because दूध और दही को मिला दो मिलावनी को, you leave it for 12 hours, दही अपने आप जमता है. So purifying, शुद्धिकरण in the state of being अपने आप होता है. So upavasana is being empty, remaining empty, watching the empty space. उसकी तरफ चैतन्य हो जाओ, उसके प्रति जागरूक हो जाओ, एंड सब कुछ दिखाई देगा, सब कुछ सुनाई देगा धीरे 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 धीरे. When your breath from 22 times a minute comes to literally 4 to 5 times a minute, you will understand the language of not just human beings, but of the trees, the bees, the birds, the sky, the sun, the moon, the mountains, the stones, the waterfalls, the fire. Everything is communicating, everything is emanating energy. You will get epistemological humility, and in that humility you will absorb it all and you'll become one with that.
Lovely.
So that is where dhyan, upavasana can take you. Vasana takes you away from the center, upasana brings you to the center.
Lovely, lovely. That's so beautiful. Amazing, amazing. Loved it. So this is what my White Light tribe. Upvas is very important, right?
बहुत ही अच्छी.
बहुत ही. So next thing that I would like to talk about, actually I've been very thinking about this, and I remember we had a small conversation also on this, that see, I came in the spiritual field, I was born a clairvoyant. I already had intuition, which I guided by learning a lot of things, later on. You have to give it a direction, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do with it. So I became a tarot card reader. Then I learned other modalities, but especially I have noticed during COVID and after COVID, there has been a tsunami of tarot card readers. Okay, I am not trying to demean anybody, but I don't know, like when I see these things, I see so many Instagram, pages starting and this and that, but somehow I feel it's become more of a fashion to be a tarot card reader or a spiritual person.
So here is my take, and this take is not criticizing people.
No, even I don't mean to criticize.
This take is my observation.
Yes.
So mostly women, they become tarot card readers. It's a subtle science, so you need subtlety, you need daintiness for that.
Yeah.
So mostly women failed in love, jilted, singled out, divorced, and unfulfilled, looking out for answers, searching. They either become pranic healers, Reiki masters, or tarot card readers. Because such women tend to more, I would lean towards these things, because they think they will have all the answers. But until such a time, a woman is herself healed, herself cleansed, herself tranquilized, centered, and herself become whole. Till she is hurting, she cannot heal anybody.
Because I get these people coming to me crying that they get caught up, seeing so many followers and this and that, and then nothing is solved in their life, and then they come to me, ma'am, we were misguided. Or so that time I tell people, be a tarot card reader only if you feel the calling. Like, I was born a clairvoyant, so you have to feel it. Do not depend on it, because it's nice to sit in between like 10 people and say, oh, I am a healer or I am a tarot card reader. So I'm seeing this trend. It's become more of a fashion, because this is not a fashion.
Yeah,
this is
so
spirituality. It is deep rooted.
Correct. So tarot card reading, Jyotish Vidya, palmistry, astrology, numerology, they all are integrated sciences with spirituality.
Exactly.
You can't just have a math and stats in place and go on the computer, log in the date of birth and get the astrological chart.
No.
If the individual, personal, spiritual hunch, intuitive involvement is not there,
correct,
if there is no inner illumination which comes along with this,
correct,
doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
So a tarot card reader literally has to get into a trance, become one with nature, and should get prodded and prompted by nature to move into the cards and pick and choose the right card in the right moment.
Exactly.
Only then you will get appropriateness.
You can't just speak.
Otherwise, you will constantly keep missing the bullseye.
True. And that's why there are so many cases like that. I've been really, I don't know what to do. So you know how it is. So
yeah,
it's really sad that people have been misguided so many times. Okay, so now I would really like to take some insight on yoga and spirituality.
Okay.
Yoga, I know it works with all the chakras, and I don't have much knowledge on it. Definitely I have little bit knowledge on chakras and your emotional health and your diseases in your body. That's how I also work with people when I do their healings.
Yeah.
Because if I see, if there is some kind of severe chest infection, so I always feel this person is not able to bring out what this person wants to speak. There has been a blockage of throat chakra. Somewhere this person was not allowed since the childhood to talk or express things in his life. So what do you say about that?
So human beings, after evolution of 14.8 billion years, that's what science says, from being a speck of chemical on the rim of a volcano, which is probably scientifically called chemolitho-autotropic hypothermophile, to becoming a full-blown superconscious human being,
yeah,
who can think all, feel it all, make people laugh, make people cry, create art, poetry, fire, invent wheel, songs, music. Okay? This human being can transform everything. Why? Because the level of ultimate pinnacle of consciousness is what human beings' life is. You and me, we all have the same potential. The only thing is you would have realized it more or less. I would have realized it less or more. But the potential ingredient seed is the same. Now, chakras are nothing but energy centers in your body. Spine conducts the electricity, is a conductor of electricity from your north pole to your south pole. That's your spine.
Yeah.
And 7 chakras representing 700 energy meridians of the body, as discovered by the Chinese and our Indian Marma Chikitsa, the acupuncture of Chinese,
yes,
and the Marma Chikitsa of Ayurveda. So these 7 have been, identified,
yeah,
representing the 700.
True.
So as your level of creativity, your level of calmness, the level of being collected, the level of being high-spirited, motivated, the level of cleansing, shuddhikaran, the level of being regulated in equilibrium, equanimity, sympathy, empathy, care, compassion, all these put together determine how active your chakras are. Normal human being with fight and flight response, when we were hunters and gatherers, our only Mooladhara chakra was activated. So fight, flight, fornicate, and food. Only these 4 things, the Mooladhara chakra. But as and how human beings settled on the river banks, did agriculture, stopped running and he started settling. Art happened, poetry happened, love happened, compassion happened, family unit happened, creativity happened, wheel happened, fire happened. Now this is nothing but evolution. A human being moving away from fight, flight, food, fornicate to higher realities. Poetry, prose, music, the elevation and jagruti, coming alive of different energy stations, taking you on the higher planes of consciousness.
True.
The highest is samadhi, when you self-realize it all. You become the immeasurable potential of all that was, is and will be. You become the master of this akasha and all the panchamahabhutas, where you self-realized from the time there was nothing to the time once again there will be nothing. You self-realize it all. Before you, all the tandava is happening.
Correct.
So you reach the state of samadhi. But until the state of samadhi, which makes you completely dissolve and disappear, the whole process of elevating gradually is what happens through our chakras. They are invisible energy stations. So Mooladhara, Swadhisthana. Now Swadhisthana is actually a chemical factory where there is digestion, and it's a reactive mechanism of our body. Okay. One perspective. Then when you come to Manipura, Manipura is a response of calm, peaceful response, provided you haven't harbored the fears, phobias, insecurities, apprehensions of lives lived together could be harbored there.
Yes.
But in all our breathing out, in all our crunching of our stomach, in all the yoga, this can be literally emptied consciously. In japa, tapa, it can be emptied. Then you come to anahata.
Anahata.
Anahata is a compassionate response as much a creative response, because love creates.
Love creates, yeah.
So that's anahata. Then this is vishuddhi. Vishuddhi is a sanchalit karta, is a regulatory response of a metabolic waste, metabolic processes. And then we come to Agyan Chakra. Agyan Chakra is typically activating your pineal gland. When your pineal gland becomes sensitive to Sankalpa, Siddhi, Samruddhi, Shrishti,
correct,
looking beyond, vision beyond eyesight, able to see what others can't, able to hear what others can't, Antaryami. And then of course there's Sahasrara, which is the full-blown symbolic lotus, completely evolved being. Then you have Ichha Mrityu, Ichha Jivan. You can become the colors on the wings of a butterfly. You can become the fragrance of flowers. You can become the sweetness of fruits. You can become the strength of the roots. Or you can simply disappear and become Drashta and see the eternal dance of creation and destruction before you. So these are representations, associations, symbolisms, symbolic of our evolution.
Absolutely beautiful, beautifully explained.
You probably ask a Sadguru, Baba Ramdev, Shri Ravi Shankar, B.K. Iyengar, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, Osho, Deepak Chopra, Ma Hansaji Yogendra, they'll answer you better.
No,
But
I think you explained it so
best.
beautifully right now. Each chakra, the way you explained, you gave the whole explanation was so amazing, so beautiful. I'm sure my White Light tribe will benefit from this information a lot. This was really amazing, because I also truly believe that every emotion is connected to your every, energy center of your body. And that is how I also go about my healings.
So yoga typically
Yeah.
is a process of activating, self-activating. Yoga does not go somewhere and switch on.
Correct.
There is no switching on. It is a process of being, becoming. It is unlearning.
Unlearning.
Okay. So, darkness doesn't have its own existential reality. If you want to bring darkness in, you have to switch off the light.
Correct.
You have to turn darkness out, you have to switch on the light. Light has its existence. Darkness doesn't have its own existence. So whatever you have to do is do it with light. But being in so-called darkness of meditation gives birth to the inner illumination.
But coming, as you spoke about darkness, I have so many people nowadays especially, they go through a lot of depression. Like I have seen so many people calling me and saying, I feel the void, I feel so empty, and I tell them emptiness, in fact, I'll give you an example. In COVID times when we were all sitting at home, that is a time I actually felt a void, but that void wasn't, I feel that void actually gave me a lot of creativity. It's very strange that I'm talking like that, but that void gave me so much I can't tell you. It was so important. So that is why I tell people, void is not bad.
See, when you get tempered, then you become steel.
Yeah, true.
So for people who get tormented in life, they should thank their tormentors, because in disguise they are mentors.
Absolutely right.
In disguise they are mentors. So please, only fortunate people go through the worst phases of life, because it's only then you self-realize a lot.
Absolutely.
Because in happy times there is no self-realization.
True.
In celebrations you are completely oblivious of the reality of life.
True.
Because you get so drawn out of your center.
So drawn out.
You get more centered in pain, not in pleasure.
True.
But for those who learn to get centered in pain, will learn and know to be centered in pleasure, and for them pain and pleasure will never make a difference then.
True. I think COVID taught me so much. That time which I was sitting at home, I had so much that I learned, so much about myself too. So that is what I tell people, that don't always run out for parties or don't always be busy. Give time for yourself. Give that space for yourself to think. Thinking is very important.
When was the last time you took a long bath? No, I'm asking the audience that you must question yourself. When was the last time you started singing along with the radio or just singing by yourself?
True.
When was the last time without any reason you started jumping and dancing? When was the last time you went and tickled your family, hugged them, kissed them, your wife, your daughter, your mother? These are the things which can literally activate your chakras too, not just sitting like a statue. Sitting like a statue will, of course, if you process it well, metabolize it well within, will help you calm down. But these activities also will take you there.
Superb, superb. I love this, Mickey. Absolutely. This was so good. Absolutely. Just follow this. I'm telling you, it really works well. This was beautiful. The last thing I would like you to just give some few tips about, there are nowadays people are so involved in affirmations. I know people, they say in the morning when I get up, I write my affirmations, and that is where, I feel very positive. So where are these affirmations coming from?
These affirmations are coming from all Vedic Shastra, Sanatan Dharma, the Hindustani way of life, and our Bharatiya Sabhyata. There was no religion where there was Sanatan Dharma is not a religion.
No, it's not a religion.
It is a way of life. Deep rooted in science, deep rooted in Darshan Shastra, philosophy, and deep rooted in Adhyatmik Shastra, which is spirituality. So our Upanishads, our Rig Veda. So when people talk about law of attraction, Rig Veda says, we are what our deepest desires are. As are our desires, so will be our will. As will be our will, so will be our intentions. As will be our intentions, so will be our deeds. And as will be our deeds, so will be our destiny. Now, law of attraction is somewhat in one perspective mentioned here. Then, Aham Brahmasmi. I am the creator, I am the generator, I am the destroyer. Whatever it is, I am. Tattvamasi. Soham. Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. As is the micro, so is the macro. As is the atom, so is the universe. Now, these are all affirmations of different kinds. Swayam, Swami, Swatantrata. Swastha mein astha chupi hai. Then, Swayam mein sthit, Swayam mein upasthit, Swayam mein hona, Swayam ko hone dena. The affirmation of let me be, let me become.
True.
Okay. Then the affirmation of bliss, joy, anand is nothing but Nam Yong Renge Kyo, the Buddhist chant. So everything has come from India. Then of course, then we have to say that the affirmation of how yoga, the Shrishti, the creation came together. So swar se bane swar, swar se bane sur, sur se nikle geet, geet sangat mein ho to bane sangeet. So the affirmation of togetherness, how togetherness can bring music about. Then the affirmation of mental science.
True.
That I would say, जो मन का मारा मनुष्य जो प्रकृति से पूरा होता है वो पूरक होता है, जो पूरक होता है वो पुरुष होता है, पुरुषार्थ पुरुष उत्तम होता है, शायद वही पुरुषोत्तम राम होता है. पुरुषोत्तम राम, रामा को करो तो रामा अमर होता है, उल्टा करो तो. और जब अमृत की धारा सहस्त्रा से लेके मूलधार तक का सफर करती है तो वो कृष्णा की करुणा की धारा बन के लौट आती है.
So beautiful, so beautiful.
और राधा बन के लौट आती है. So this is the affirmation of abundance.
Abundance, true. So basically it is our, culture that has created all these affirmations.
And if you want to have affirmation of complete, giving everything that I am nothing, everything outside of me, inside of me is everything, I am just the body which is perishable, that is जात हमारी ब्रह्म है, माता पिता है राम, ग्रह हमारा शून्य में, अनाहत में विश्राम.
Lovely.
So I am zero, I am shunyam, I am nothing.
I am nothing.
Now when you become nothing, you become the potential of becoming everything.
Everything, true.
So all these affirmations have come from India.
India, and it's our culture. I would like you to mention like one or two affirmations which, you know, my White Light tribe can benefit from.
So my 10 commandments of wellness could become 10 affirmations.
Okay.
Let wellness be the religion number 1, because wellness unites, religions divide. Okay?
Sure.
Number 2, let's start a wellness revolution for human evolution, not how to lose weight from stomach, ass and thighs. Affirmation number 3, that for strong biceps, let's uplift the poor. For strong shoulders, let's take responsibility of the underprivileged. For strong legs, let's be rooted in humility to be better fruited in humanity. Sleep every night with a wish to heal yourself. Wake up every morning with a promise to heal the world.
Lovely.
And then you can get energized, maximized, optimized, naturalized, internalized, eternalized, revolutionized, humanized, immunized, regularized, with Sylvia, get hypnotized, and Mehta get.
Yes, I should get me. That's really conversation.
Thank you.
So enlightening.
Thank you.
Oh, so this is my spiritual discussion with Dr. Mickey Mehta, and now you wait for much more to come. And I think this video has been so enlightening and so much learning that we had in this whole conversation that we had. See you soon. Bye.